Today, my dear friends, we're going to learn how to play this. I once had a girl, etc, etc. Of course it's Norwegian Wood. I did it about 4 years ago. I had no subscribers then, so not many people saw it. I was going to do Stephanie by Lindsay Buckingham, but I can't find the paperwork. I put it down somewhere, so I'll do that next week. Norwegian Wood, brilliant song by Mr. John Lennon, the Beatles of course. Download your paperwork below this video. You'll see it by clicking the blue link. If you can't see the blue link right now, look, you'll see the word more, because there's a bit of blurb under there when I'm describing what the video is about. Click that, you press that, and you'll see the blue link, at which point you will then press that button, that little link, and this paperwork will magically appear. Alright, and you can either download it, watch it on screen, or whatever. It's important that you look at it while you're doing the vid, you're watching me as well, because it all makes more sense. Alright, so download that. After doing that, click the thumbs up please, if you don't mind, because it really helps the channel. And those people who are very kind and want to donate to the channel, I've had lots of people saying, how do I do it? Apparently, well, not apparently, I've checked it out, there's a thanks button a little bit further along, so you'll see it. Click on thanks, and it, you know, it shows you can either donate a couple of quid or whatever it is. I don't know, I haven't looked that far into it, but if you click that, you can make a donation, and it buys my tea and my coffee and even biscuits sometimes. All right, so thank you for the donations, they are very much appreciated. They keep me going while I'm scribbling all this stuff out, and of course, you know, it's all free anyway. You don't have to do anything like that if you don't want to, but it is very much appreciated, so thank you. Right, Norwegian Wood, let's have a look now. Everything, there's only 2 chords in this riff that I've just played, believe it or not. Sounds complicated, but it isn't, and my job is to make it so you can play it by the time before you have your dinner tonight. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to play the shape D. All right, I've got a capo 1 at the 2nd fret. I forgot to put that on the paperwork. It doesn't matter, because the shapes are exactly the same, no difference. I've put it on here just so you know that that's where it's supposed to go if you want to play it with along with the Beatles. If you didn't, you don't need the capo, you just play without it, doesn't matter. In fact, I'd probably do that now because my voice is not as high as it used to be, but I'm going to put the capo on just so you know that's where it's supposed to be. So look at your paperwork, you'll see on shape 1 it's got the chord shape obviously, and then underneath that it's got a 3 as in string 3, and remember we count from here, 1 2 3, and then it says DU after it. Excuse me. So that means down up. It's a waltz. Boom, daka, daka, boom, daka, daka. So we're going to play this. 3, down, up, done. Right? Let's do that again. There's our D. 3, down, up. Now remember, when you're playing the D chord, it's a 4-string chord. You can get away with the 5th string, but you cannot get away with hitting this bass string. So mute it. Okay, it's important that you do that. How do we do that? We just hang our thumb there. That's all we have to do. Alright? No big deal. Alright? So, I'll do that again. 3, down, up. Next shape. Oh, we notice that we've got a little finger added to the 3rd string at the 4th fret. And it just says underneath that 3, meaning the 3rd string. Nothing else, so we'll just play the 3. The next shape has just got the D back in its normal position, and it has the number 3 underneath that one, indicating that we just played the 3rd string again. After that we've got the D shape again, but there's a finger missing, and we play the 3rd string again, because that's what it's saying 3. So if you put that top row together, we've got this: 3, down, up, 3, 3, 3. Second row, we're back on the full D, but this time our little finger is on the 4th string at the 4th fret, and underneath that shape it says 4, down, up. So we'll play the 4th string, down, up, and then we'll notice that this first finger has now moved to the 4th string at the 2nd fret, and it's just got the number 4 under that, so we'll play that on its own. Look at the next shape, that first finger has now vanished, so, and it's saying 3 underneath that shape, the other 2 fingers still remain. Then our little finger is back on the 4th string at the 4th fret for for the final shape on the second row. So this is what we have from the beginning. 3, down, up, 3, 3, 3, 4, down, up, 4, 3, 4. Okay? And you can hear the melody starting to appear now, can't you? I once had a girl, or should I say? Alright, so I'll play up to where we are. So we're up to there. Row 3, slightly different. We've got 4, down, up, 5. So we're back on our normal D shape. 4, down, up, 5. How do we do that? 4, down, up, 5. That's all we're going to do. And then we'll notice that the chord has now changed to a partial C. We will now leave our third finger where it is, and we'll just bring this finger up, the second finger up to the 5th string, 3rd fret. Underneath that it says play a 5. The next shape along, it's the same, but it says play the string 3. The next shape along says the 5th string again, but this time this first finger has replaced the second finger, and it's now at the 2nd fret on the 5th string. I'll go from that 3rd line. And then underneath that we've got 5, down, up, 4, down, up, at which point we will start again. So we have this. So that is in effect, you've got a couple of layers of information there. We've got the chord shapes and we've got the basic melody playing. Now, if you played it like that, that would be perfectly acceptable. Now, John Lennon, he wasn't all that, he didn't think that much about technique and, you know, and what root notes should be played where. So when you listen to him doing it, you know, at the head of the song, before the sitar comes in and all that, he starts off, instead of starting off with the melody note on the 3rd string, he starts off on the 5th string. So it sounds a little bit odd, but it's John Lennon, you know. So I'm not gonna argue with the man. So when you've got that done, that riff done as I've explained it, which I think you should play as you go along. It sounds more correct, I think, for people that haven't got a band with them. But he does it like this, just for the purists out there. He'll start with the 5. And then he'll do the down, up, and then he'll do this, and he'll hammer onto that. He'll play the 3rd string, and he'll hammer on, and then he'll pull off, and then he'll hit the 3rd string open, rather than, okay? The way I've shown you with layer 1 is to give you the basic structural moves, okay? This is how you embellish it further. 5, down, up, 3rd string with a hammer and pull, and then 3rd string, and then he puts his little finger on the 4th string, but he doesn't really bother to put this first finger back on as I've suggested. And it's a discord, and it sounds odd, you know, but it's cool because, well, it's John Lennon, all right? So you can either decide to leave that off, or, as I've suggested, put that finger on. Your choice, all right? Then the sitar would come in. And so the lyrics of the song and the verses would follow that melody until it gets to the middle section, at which point you will look at your second sheet here. All right, now each chord that you see written indicates 1 bar. What does that mean? Well, we're doing the 3 times, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So if you look at the top of page 2, you'll see that we've got 4 D minors. So you'll play 4 bars of D minor like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit in it. And then we've got 4 bars of G, which I play like this. John Lennon liked this way of playing a G. You know, where you've got your 2 fingers here and the other 2 down here. It's all on the paperwork, so you know, if you think I'm skipping bits, just like you'll see. 4 bars of G. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Back to D minor. So I looked around, but I noticed there wasn't a. Now we're going to play an E minor 7th. Bring this finger up to the. You can do it like this, or bring your first finger up to the 5th string. Leave this one where it is. Bring your first finger up to the 5th string, 1st fret. 2 bars. What does that mean? Quick reminder. It means you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You'll see that because it's written out twice. And then we finish this section by bringing our 3rd finger back into the 2nd fret. And putting our 2nd finger on the 4th string of the 2nd fret to make an A7th. We will dampen this bass note off because we don't want to hear it. And we'll do 2 bars there. Now there's a little embellishment that I'm going to show you on the A7th in a second, so stay with it. I'll just go through that bit. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around, but I noticed there wasn't a chair. And then so it goes on. Now you'll notice that the sitar plays a little phrase on that A7th. Notice there wasn't a chair. 2 ways of doing this. Easy way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Little finger on the 2nd string at the 3rd fret, 2, and then down again. Or if you want to be a bit flash, you will go 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. You will bring up these fingers 2 frets, but you will drop your 1st finger onto the 2nd string of the 3rd fret. And then you'll bring them both together again at the 5th. You're Dave Gilmour playing this sort of stuff all the time. She told me she worked in the morning. I started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. You can start showing off, putting all sorts of little runs in. But anyway, that is Norwegian Wood. Now, as I said, I've done it before. I was going to do Stephanie, as I said before, but I lost the. I've put the paperwork somewhere. I think I've left it in the other studio. I'll dig it out and I'll do it next week. But have a look at that one. Great thing about this song is you don't need to rely on singing in order to be able to impress people. You know, some songs you need to be, you know, if you haven't got the vocal there, it's just a bunch of chords. But songs like this, you know, and things like, again, all the. You don't need to sing, do you? It's just beautiful anyway. The guitar part in itself. Blackbird's another one, you know, which we did a couple of weeks ago. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Again, thank you for the donations to the channel. More important than that, though, please click that thumbs up. And actually, more important than that, subscribe if you've not yet done so. And share the hell out of all this stuff. It's all free. I don't care who you send it to. It's my stuff. All the paperwork's mine. Do what the hell you want with it. Just play the guitar. Alright, on that note, I shall love you and leave you. And I shall see you on, what day is it? On Wednesday. On Wednesday, I've got a few little tricky things I'm going to show you. When I say tricky things, dead simple chords. I'm going to show you a thing with 3 chords, and which you can use to play 4 of the most famous riffs in the world. So look out for that on Wednesday. All right. In the meantime, I'll dig that Stephanie stuff out. Take care. See you next time.